Welcome back, everyone. This is your girl, Raine Rose, and this is another segment of Raine's Reality. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about control and the power to control. The moment you realize you cannot control another person is the moment you shall find peace. Oftentimes, I think we find ourselves wanting to control others around us, that we add unnecessary stress to our own lives. We always want to know the outcome of another person's behavior. So we spend time wanting them to act a certain way or look a certain way or talk a certain way. And in all reality, it's really not up to us the way another person should act. We got to be comfortable allowing other people to be themselves. And we've got to be willing to accept other people as themselves. And I think we fall into the habit of wanting people to be the person that we expect them to be versus allowing them to be who they are and helping them and supporting them as they grow to become the person they are supposed to be. We cannot control another human being. You cannot make them love you. You cannot make them act the way you want them to act. You cannot make them behave. You can't make them go and become the profession that you think they should become. You can believe in them. You can support them. You can encourage them. But you cannot enforce or control what they want to become. When you try and control someone else's behaviors, it only leads to disappointment a lot of the time and being upset. Because you want them to be something that they aren't or they cannot be. But if you just accept them where they are, if you can just accept them where they are, acknowledge that's who they are, encourage, instill, support, and most importantly, love them as they grow to become who they're supposed to become, I think that's the key to finding your own self-peace. Because you won't find peace in a situation where you're looking to control another human being. There's no peace there. And a lot of times we take on other people's problems, other people's pain, other people's moments of growth, and that's not our place. It's not our job. And we've got to stop suffering carrying the burdens of others because we want them to be so much better, or we want them to do so much better, or we want them to reach where we are. If they are not there yet, you cannot make them be there yet. You have to allow them to grow. You've got to allow them to glow. You've got to allow them to make their own mistakes. You cannot be the catch. You can't be the net for another person's fall. You've got to let them fall sometimes. And you've got to be willing to say, you know what? This is out of my control. Be willing to control the things you can and let go of the things you cannot. And I feel like this is so important for our mental health as people. I feel like it's so important in pushing us to another stratosphere because we grew up in a time where everything's about control. Everything's about knowing what the person's going to do and setting boundaries on what they will do so they won't disappoint you. But the truth is this: the more boundaries you set for another person, not yourself, for another person, the more upset you'll become. But setting your boundaries is important. I don't want to say that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's okay to have boundaries. And it's okay to recognize those boundaries, but that's a podcast for another day. We'll get into setting boundaries and the importance of setting boundaries in a future podcast. But today I just felt like it was very important to talk about the power to control others, and realizing that you cannot control another person. And once you let go of that control and you start accepting people for who they are, you will find your peace. Peace, love, happiness. It's your girl, Raine Rose, and it's another segment of Raine's Reality. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at Raines_reality, on Facebook, Raine's Reality, and on YouTube, Raine's Reality. Check out my website for all new apparel, blogs, posts, everything updated in the real news. www.rainesreality.com. Hey guys, it's your girl Raine Rose. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook to get exclusive updates. Make sure you become a member on rainesreality.com. This podcast was sponsored by Touched by TT and Clearly Clean, both of Vero Beach.